Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. Today's video is about the 10 basic clothing items every man or gentleman should have. The first item you should have is a white dress shirt. The fabric should be either made of a plain poplin weave or a fine herringbone. Ideally, you want a medium spread collar because it can be worn with many things and it works with every face shape. You also want no chest pocket because it's a formal shirt and formal shirts don't have chest pockets. For the same reason, you want a double cuffed shirt for cufflinks. Avoid single cuffs because they're only appropriate for white tie when they're starched, or otherwise they're just an in-between substitute that should never be worn. Now, if you have a shirt with a French cuff, you obviously need cufflinks. In my experience, the cufflinks I've worn the most over the years are knotted cufflinks in plain, gold, silver, or rose gold. If you like these, you can find them in our store here. The second item you should have is a light blue dress shirt. However, that should have a barrel cuff or a button cuff because you want something that contrasts your formal shirt. Ideally, you want it to be made from a rugged fabric such as Oxford. You can also go with poplin, maybe a twill weave, or anything else that stands the test of time. If you live in warmer regions, you can also get an open weave fabric, but overall, I suggest you stay clear of a chest pocket, even though you could wear it since it's a less formal shirt. The good thing is you can still wear it with business outfits, and it's very versatile and works with basically anything you have, whether it's casual or formal. Once you have those two shirts, I'd personally invest in a cream, off-white or ecru colored shirt because it's not as stark as pure white, and therefore it goes really well with things like tweed, any forms of brown tones, reds, greens, oranges, you name it. To learn more about dress shirts, please check out our in-depth guides here on the website. The third item I'd invest in when I was new to classic men's clothing is a navy suit. To start, I'd invest in a single-breasted suit with notched lapels, not too skinny, not too wide, about 10 centimeters or 4 inches for the lapel width. I would choose side bands and flap pockets, and if you don't like the single-breasted style, you can also go for double-breasted with 6 buttons and 2 closing buttons. The pants I would choose cuffed, and since I have bigger thighs, I would go pleated. Of course, that's up to you. If you have slim legs, a flat front may look more attractive. If you can, also invest in a vest or waistcoat of a matching material, simply because it allows you to go to more formal events with basically the same garment. It's very important that you don't get a fabric that is too lightweight because they wrinkle too easily and they also don't drape well. Ideally, you should look for something in the 330 to 350 gram range, which is about 11 ounces. I think you should skip fine things like cashmere because although they're soft, they may wear out faster. And if this is your first suit, you'll get a lot of wear out of it and you want a hard-wearing 100% worsted wool cloth. To learn more about worsteds, please check out this guide here. If you wear a suit regularly to the office, I suggest you get a second pair of pants, maybe one without cuffs. That way you get a lot more wear out of your suit and you have a different style, so it just looks like an entirely different suit, even though it's the same and you just exchange the pants. The fourth item you should invest in is a classic navy blazer. No, not the one from your suit. While you can wear that jacket as a separate with khakis, if you get a navy blazer, you should get something distinctly different. That being said, get a lighter shade of navy than your suit because it has to look different. And a lighter color is usually more casual, which is the origin of the blazer, hence you should go with that. I would also suggest you go with patch pockets rather than jetted or flat pockets, and have contrasting buttons, maybe in mother of pearl or pewter. And if you want to learn more about blazers with all the details and everything there is to know, please check out our video guide here. The fifth most important garment is the gray flannel suit. It's a classic wardrobe staple, and men like Cary Grant wore it in North by Northwest. Gianni Agnelli made it world famous, and there's even a specific shade from Vitale Barberis Canonico that you can still get today. It's not just so popular because some famous people wore it, but it's very functional, very versatile. And for example, you can take the pants and wear them with a navy blazer, which is another very classic combination. If you got a single-breasted navy suit, I'd suggest you get a double-breasted gray flannel and the other way around. Personally, I like the style with 6 buttons and 2 closing buttons. You also want flap pockets that can be tucked in so they look like jetted pockets. Just gives you more versatility. It's a wonderful suit for the fall-winter season when it's cold outside. It's super comfortable and you can wear it for a casual setting and for something more formal. To learn more about flannel, please check out our in-depth guide here. The 6th most important item in a classic men's wardrobe is the tweed sport coat. I'm wearing one right now. It's a twill weave with a nice window pane overcheck. There are lots of other options, for example with a houndstooth or a regular twill or a shepherd's check or simply a Donegal tweed. No matter how old you are or what your style is, there's this tweed sport coat out there that suits you perfectly. To learn more about tweed and the different outfit combinations and the versatility, please check out this guide here. The 7th item I'd invest in is a classic gabardine trench coat. It's a timeless classic that has a military history. It's a perfect raincoat. It can have a liner for colder months of the year. And in a double-breasted silhouette, it's simply elegant and you can pair it with formal suits as well as casual combinations. You guessed it, we have an in-depth guide about this wonderful garment here. The 8th piece I'd invest in is a pair of classic chinos. Chinos are cotton pants that come in a tone of khaki, sand, or stone, and they're more casual and very versatile. You can wear them with all kinds of jackets, or just a shirt or a sweater, and they're oftentimes office appropriate today. They come flat-fronted or pleated, with cuffs or without, and it's basically a matter of choice. To learn much more about this wonderful pair of pants, please check out our in-depth guide on chinos here. The 9th item you should invest in is a classic vest or waistcoat. Personally, I love vests and I have lots of them, but if I'd have to pick just one vest, I'd go with a burgundy color, maybe a flannel or doeskin because it's contrasting, and you can pair it with anything else I discussed today, and a lot more. The great thing about vests is they cost a lot less than a suit, but they allow you to really change up outfits, and just by having a new vest or 2 more vests, you basically multiply the use of the rest of your wardrobe. Of course, we have another in-depth guide about vests here. Last but not least, the 10th piece I would invest in is a sweater. More specifically, a bottle green wool sweater with a V-neck because I like to wear a lot of ties. If you don't, go with a crew neck that is round and it just looks better than a V-neck. It's perfect to layer over shirts. You can have it under jackets, you can wear it on its own or with an overcoat, and just keeps you warm in the winter. You can invest a little more. You can get a blend with a higher end 3-ply or 4-ply cashmere or an all cashmere sweater, but that's a lot more expensive. Of course, it's also softer. I like bottle green because it's a slightly more casual color. It's dark, but you can pair it with all kinds of casual things as well as formal colors such as navy or gray. If you want to invest in more sweaters, you can extend to colors like camel, navy, gray, or personally I like orange. Of course, burgundy red is an all-time classic. Now, no outfit is complete without shoes, and you can ruin your entire look by wearing a cheap pair of shoes. Even though you know the 10 most important pieces of clothing to wear, please check out this video where I discuss the must-have dress shoes for men. If you're more into boots, please check out this video about the 2 most important ones. Now, all of these items are super versatile and therefore you will wear them a lot. For that reason, it's important to invest in quality over quantity. I'd suggest you buy the most expensive item you can afford at any point in time of the 10, simply because the cost per wear will be so low and you'll thank me for it. For more information on how to build a wardrobe and what items to buy and which ones to skip, please sign up to our email newsletter here. It's free and you get videos like this right to your inbox.